What's up, BlueTube? It's your boy, the Blu-ray Bandit. I bought kind of a mid-size lot of Criterion Blu-rays off of eBay. There are 13 titles inside. I paid $144.43. That's a per title average of $11.11 each. Now, I try to keep my per title average to $10 or below, but this collection had a ton of titles I don't have yet. I'm trying to collect every Criterion Blu-ray. So I broke my rule just a little bit by $1.11 each. Sometimes you just gotta break your own rules. Let's see what's inside. First up, we've got Easy Rider. Now, I already own this in the America Lost and Found Criterion set, but in order to get all the spine numbers running across my shelf in order, I'm gonna have to keep this copy as well. This movie, directed by Dennis Hopper, is actually a movie I've never seen, so it's a little bit of a blind buy for me, despite the fact that I've owned the collection for a good bit at this point. It's definitely on my watch list, though. I know it's kind of a staple of like counterculture films from the time. New Hollywood definitely taking over, brand new breeds of actors that are far more interested in the method style of acting as opposed to the I'm a stage actor now acting in front of a camera kind of acting. But yeah, Easy Rider, a title I didn't have on individual release, added to the collection. Next up, we've got Joan of Arc on DVD, not Blu-ray. Why is this on DVD? I'm not the DVD bandit, I'm the Blu-ray bandit. Yeah, so there's a couple of DVDs in this lot. This was one of them, The Passion of Joan of Arc, another movie I have not seen, released in 1928. It's only 81 minutes. A friend of mine, this is one of his favorite movies, and so I definitely need to see it at some point or another. Wow, it's super heavy, probably due to this really extensive book of essays and production notes from the film. Very impressive. You've got the 24 frames per second version and the 20 frames per second version. That's interesting. Never seen that before. I believe there's a Blu-ray version of this on Criterion as well. So I'm going to resell this DVD version for roughly $10 and use those funds to hopefully find a used copy of The Passion of Joan of Arc on Blu-ray to add to my collection. Next up, we've got Wild Strawberries by Ingmar Bergman, another movie. You're going to see a trend here that I have not seen. I haven't seen a lot of Criterion titles, but I've never seen a Criterion title I didn't appreciate in one way, shape, or form, which is why I want to collect them all. I want to watch them all. Pokemon, all of those types of things. Yeah, this one is brand new and sealed, and it always blows my mind when I see these price tags. $39.99. I love Criterion, but I will never pay $40 for a standard Blu-ray. Never. At least not for a single film. If it's a 10-hour movie or a collection, yeah, let's talk. But a single movie for $40, never gonna happen. I think the people that do pay $40 are insane. Maybe not insane. If you've got the money, use it. Whatever. I just can't do it. When they do the Criterion Collection sales, 50% off, $20, that's a reasonable amount for a piece of physical media. $40 is crazy. Anyway, Wild Strawberries from 1957, only 92 minutes and in black and white. Wild Strawberries brand new on eBay runs about $16. Since I don't have a copy of it, I'm going to put it on my shelf for now. Hopefully I'll come across a used copy for less and resell this new copy. Another brand new Criterion Blu-ray, another one for $39.99. This is Something Wild, directed by Jonathan Demme from 1986. Not particularly old compared to a good deal of the titles in the Criterion collection. This movie stars Jeff Daniels, Melanie Griffith, and Ray Liotta. It's kind of a shame it's sealed because I'm not going to want to open it. This runs brand new on eBay for about $17, but only 10 used. But this movie sounds right up my alley. That cast has me sold. Either way, it's going on my shelf. Hopefully I'll come across a used copy in another eBay lot at some point so I can resell this one guilt-free and check out the movie. Next up, Buena Vista Social Club by Wim Wenders. I think this is maybe a concert film. Is that possible? 1999, 105 minutes. No, it's a documentary about a band, I think, that goes from the streets of Cuba to the stage of Carnegie Hall. Is Buena Vista Social Club the name of a band? I am so out of the loop when it comes to this title, but it seems like the kind of thing I could definitely throw on and just kind of sink into. I love documentaries that are supposedly good, or at least come with a good track record, a good recommendation, and then you check them out and it makes you intensely interested in this topic or this subject or this person that you really had no context for before watching the film. Yeah, I love those moments, and I'm hoping that's what'll happen with the Buena Vista Social Club, added to the collection. Ingmar Bergman's Fanny and Alexander, yet another movie I have not seen. I don't think I've seen any of these so far, but I have heard of Fanny and Alexander. It's probably one of his more famous movies. This one coming in with the cardboard cover, the flip out box style, and of course, the traditional Criterion booklet. The movie also comes with the television version, the theatrical version, and this is the supplementals disc, which of course the bonus features. Yeah, Fanny and Alexander, a movie I know very little about. It's from 1982. It's from the eyes of a 10-year-old child, and it's set in turn of the century Sweden. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen a few Ingmar Bergman movies. They're always great dramas, and I'm excited to add this to the collection and give it a first-time watch. Another movie I haven't seen yet. This is Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love from the year 2000, but I've definitely heard of the movie. I know it's kind of a period set drama set in Hong Kong, 1962, according to the description. It's 98 minutes, so it's not much of a time investment for sure. Yeah, I've heard it's a great romantic film. You got the disc and the booklet, a nice tight little package. That is busted. Look at that crack. The corner is cracked. Now, this auction was labeled in like new condition, and that is certainly not like new, but I can see why it was overlooked, and I'm just going to quietly replace the case. No need to throw up a fuss. I hate when people nitpick certain things that were obvious mistakes in the listing. Certainly, if it's an irreplaceable element, like let's say the cover was ripped, that's irreplaceable, but the case itself, no big deal. Be nice to your sellers, folks. In the Mood for Love sells on eBay used for roughly $15, but I'm going to replace the case and add it to my collection. Here is the second and last Criterion DVD in this haul. It's Watership Down by Martin Rosen, which is a director I've never heard of, from 1978. Is this an animated movie? Evidently, it's a faithful big screen adaptation of Richard Adams' classic British dystopian novel about a community of rabbits under terrible threat from modern forces. Wow, I'm kind of intrigued. I have never heard of this before. Yeah, it definitely looks animated based on the insert that came with it. Is this a poster of sorts? Nope, not quite a poster. More like a fold out, it seems. Pretty cool. I might need to watch this before I send it on its merry way. There is a Blu-ray version available of this title, so I'm going to resell this copy for roughly $15 on eBay. The Blu-ray runs about the same price, so I'm going to see if I can do a little one-for-one flip and add the Blu-ray to my collection. Next up, we've got The Magic Flute, another movie directed by Ingmar Bergman, and another movie I've never heard of. This is a complete blind buy from 1975, 138 minutes. Luckily, it's in color. The description says it's a scintillating screen version of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's beloved opera, showcasing Ingmar Bergman's deep knowledge of music and gift for expressing it cinematically. Okay, it's a stage play set to Mozart, put to film. Doesn't really sound like my bag, I would say, but it is a title in the Criterion collection. I can't imagine ever popping this in for no reason whatsoever. I think I'm probably going to have to force myself to watch it. It probably has merit. I'll probably end up loving it, or at minimum, enjoying myself while watching it. But really, the only value I find in The Magic Flute so far is that it's spine number 71, and thus I'm adding it to my collection. Next up, Summer with Monica, another Ingmar Bergman film. Evidently, this guy was a real fan. This one's from 1953. It clocks in at 97 minutes, and I'm pretty sure it's Ingmar Bergman's erotic thriller. The description says, Bergman had a major international breakthrough with this sensual and ultimately ravaging tale of young love. All right. I'm into it. I love erotic thrillers. That sounded weird. Let's move on. Summer with Monica added to the collection. These final three I have seen, starting with Thief, directed by Michael Mann. This is a heist movie procedural, is what I'd call it. Just soaked in synth-heavy soundtrack. The movie stars James Caan as a diamond thief. I love this movie. It was scored by the band Tangerine Dream. If you like movies like Heat or Manhunter, or even that awful Miami Vice movie from last decade, you will probably love Thief. To me, this is the movie that defined Michael Mann's style and presentation. Unfortunately, it's sealed. And sealed on eBay, it goes for about $20. So since I've already seen it, I'm not going to open it. I'm going to stay on the hunt for a used copy. When I find that used copy, I'll throw that one on the shelf and sell this one. To help pay for the other Criterion titles I'll need to keep. Terrence Malick's Badlands, Burning Love on the Great Plains in 1959. That's when the movie's set. The movie was released in 1973. If you're a Malick head, you've probably already seen Badlands. If Malick has been hard for you to get into, you should definitely check out Badlands because it's probably one of his most straightforward films, narratively speaking. You've got kind of these two young lovers, one played by Martin Sheen, one played by Sissy Spacek, and they go on a crime spree. It's kind of like Natural Born Killers, only not revolting. I actually like Natural Born Killers, for the record. It's just that Terrence Malick has a way with the camera. There's the disc and the booklet. The case is looking good. I did not own this. This is a brand new addition to my ever-growing Criterion collection, and I'm happy to add this one to the shelf. And finally, we've got the Police Story and Police Story 2 two-film collection starring Jackie Chan in these action movie classics. You got kind of the double opening slipcover. That one goes all the way through. Not sure what the point of that is. And here is the flip out. Now, no book in this. Did it come with a book and I just didn't get it? Or did this never come with a book? Let me know in the comments. I'm also seeing this is also a little cracked up right there. So got some damage. I can actually see the bits on the inside. So I'm wondering if that actually happened in transit. Either way, it's not that big a deal to me in the end. Mostly because this title is going to sit on my shelf and probably not get watched for a long, long time because I've seen all of the Police Story movies multiple times. They are great, fun action movies that I'm excited to add to the shelf. Hopefully Criterion will release the other two Police Stories at some point. And there we go, the full Criterion eBay lot haul featuring a ton of Ingmar Bergman movies, a couple DVDs I'll need to resell, and a lot of movies I need to check out for the very first time. This is 13 titles. I paid $144.43, which gives us a per title average of $11.11 each, with a total estimated value of $194. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm. Doing any of those things really helps me out. I want you to work until you are burned out, you are busted, or you're dead. You get it? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye.